Cathy, it's great to see you.
And good to see you, Andy, as always.
Awesome, awesome. So Cathy, tell us what's going on with Seesmic, and first of all, there's been a lot of buzz in the blogosphere and excitement. Tell us really what the company does.
So for the last 3 to 5 years, we as a digital community have been having a conversation online. It's blogs, it's Twitter, it's Jaiku, it's Pounce, it's Facebook, it's MySpace, it's email. And that's just the short list. But in between those various islands, there was no real connective tissue. That was one problem. And the other is that it was flat. It was largely text. So what Seesmic has created is a video-based platform that enables people to communicate with each other across all of these different silos using video as the conduit. And we recently launched our WordPress plugin that's been picked up now by more than 200, almost 300 now blogs in about a week's time, including all of the TechCrunch properties. So if you go to comment on a post on TechCrunch, you can do it in text, or you can actually leave a video comment. We're the first company to actually create a social media threaded conversation of video.
That's awesome. So what are your thoughts? This is sort of on the early stages, and we don't know really what the adoption will be. Who will be doing this? Obviously, it's the people who are on TechCrunch. These are the people who are the early adopters. How do you see it evolving over time?
We are moving into a time with a generation that is coming of age, that has come of age, for whom being always on, always connected, having their lives transparently displayed is like breathing. It's like breathing. Talking to a camera is normal to them. Having a camera in their computer is normal to them. Having a camera in their phone is normal to them. And so it's not, in my mind, in our mind, it's not an either or. It's not, TV didn't get rid of radio. You know, the VCR didn't kill the film business. It's about an even greater augmentation of this rich media landscape. So who will use it? Yes, for starters, it's technology geeks, because who has the phones with the video? Like my Nokia N95, right? Who has these? These are early adopters. But increasingly, even your basic phones have video capacity on them. You buy a computer today, especially a laptop, it has a camera built into it. And so ultimately, yes, for starters, the technology people. But quickly, as we move forward, it's anybody who wants to communicate with anyone on any subject whatsoever.
That's awesome. A lot of, we've been talking about a lot of media companies, newspaper companies, big publishers are trying to remain relevant. How will video-generated comments help them from a business standpoint?
It's going to help them engage with an audience that they're losing, and they're losing very quickly. The print media business is dying. We know that. The magazines, the newspapers, but why does Vanity Fair still exist? It exists because people like to have the magazine to page through. But Vanity Fair also has a really deep and rich web presence. They also do events. So imagine augmenting that communication with your community by giving them a way to literally have a voice and a face. There's something interesting that happens when someone uses Seesmic, this kind of platform for the first time. I'll do a demo and someone will post a little video into Seesmic, and a couple minutes will go by, and then we'll get a reply to our video. And so to see the look of this person, some of the most cynical, hard-bitten technology people, where a stranger who's in Australia, who just saw the video, responds and says, "Hi Andy, that was a really interesting comment that you just said. I have this thought about it." When you see, it's a very qualitative shift. There is something about seeing someone's face and the expression in their voice, and their, them holding up the computer and saying, "Here, this is where I live. This is my living room. These are my children. This is my backyard." It's very human, and one of the challenges that I think we all face in the technology industry is that as much as we're connected, we've also never been so dissociated and detached from people, because there's a screen and fiber optics in between us. But by putting a face, a literal face to communication, it humanizes it, and it's the kind of thing that's it's hard to really describe until you experience it, but it feels very human.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations, and we look forward to doing video comments.
Yes.
We are on TypePad right now, which is...
We'll have a plugin. Have we got a plugin for you?
There'll be a plugin for TypePad?
Very shortly, like within, well, I can't say when, but soon.
All right, that's a scoop.
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you off camera.
All right. At any rate, Cathy Brooks, congratulations.
Thank you.
And all the best.
So nice to see you,
yeah,
as always.
Definitely.